there's a lot of what ifs. And once they start piling up and you're reacting to them, before 2024, like the mid of 2024, I used to think I have such a perfect life. It's not like everything was working out for me, but things were manageable. I used to meditate a lot. I used to believe in a lot of things. I rejected the thought of therapy very strongly because I thought all they would do is blame your parents. And looking back, now that I have 1 year of being in therapy, the only thing that I can think of is how crumbling it has been, the experience, how everything just fell apart. There's one thing that my therapist always says is, you will never heal 100%. You'll heal at most 95, 98%, but there are the days when that 95% reduces down to 5% and you're just a mess of everything that has happened to you, all the trauma just piling up on you. And it can be just a random Tuesday, it can be just a random Saturday night, you're hanging out with your friends and it just hits you. I have been noticing these patterns. I've noticed that there are things that are coming out of the vault. There are many things that I can't remember, and suddenly one of the things will hit me and be like, oh yeah, that happened. And I forgot that actually happened. I have had discussion with my therapist where I feel anxious when I do not have work, and I used to think I'm just such a crazy workaholic. All I want to do is work all the time. That must be something good, but turns out it's just one of my ways to avoid being alone with my thoughts. There's this study I was looking at while researching this topic, and I found that there is an experiment with some men, and they were told to sit alone for 15 minutes or they can shock themselves. Yeah, electric shock. And those men shocked themselves. I think it was 15 out of 20, something like that. Very crazy numbers that shocked themselves because they just couldn't sit with their thoughts for 15 minutes. It's much lesser in women, but yeah, it's higher in men. Also, the reason I think because we don't really have someone to talk to, and yeah, we avoid therapy. Kendrick Lamar said, man, go to therapy. It helps. Yeah, it crumbles your wall down first. You think, you go through this, what if things were different? I still go through those moments when I think like, what if things were different? What if my childhood was different? What if I wasn't raised this way? What if there's a lot of what ifs? And once they start piling up and you're reacting to them, those what ifs get crazy, man. Those what ifs get crazy. If I have to give you one solution on how to actually sit with your thoughts, it is hard. It is very hard. There are a few things you can look up online, like the box breathing, somatic shaking, compressions, running your hand under cold water, holding eyes, that can help you calm down at the moment. Through my therapy sessions and all these years of trying to be self-aware, I've learned this much, that you have to sit with your thoughts, because that is you. As much as you try to avoid it, as much as you keep yourself busy, you don't have to go to therapy for that. Just try and sit 15 minutes by yourself, not with your phone doom scrolling, or even put your phone out of your side, lock it somewhere. Just sit somewhere with your thoughts in an empty room and see what those thoughts are trying to tell you. Maybe you don't have to react to it. Please do not react to it. That's it. That is a bad idea. But yeah, try and sit with your thoughts, because very often those thoughts are nothing but cry for help, and those cry for helps are coming from the little version of you that is still trapped inside it, that feels unsafe, that feels bullied, that feels it has no one to trust. You need to talk to it. You need to let it know that it is safe now, that it's okay to let your emotions out. That's a deep topic. I'm not a clinical psychologist to tell you what to do, but I can only tell you what helped. Last night I stayed up till 4 a.m. I talked to myself for almost 1.5 hours because things were getting tough. And I do not know why. I just came back home. I'm having the time of my life. We have some festivals coming up, and there's no reason for me to be sad. Like, the people who made me feel unsafe are great now. I forgive them. It doesn't mean what they did is omitted, like the feeling and the trauma, but I cannot live with that grudge. I don't want that to affect how I see life, how I treat other people. And it takes a lot of reconditioning, man. A lot of reconditioning. So you have to do it. That's your burden to carry. You cannot keep doing what they did to you. But yeah, sit with yourself. It gets hard, but after that time you spend with yourself, it gets a little bit easier. Next time gets a little bit more easier, and eventually you'll be able to talk to it. You'll be able to calm it down when it reappears many times, when the vault slowly unlocks and you have these floodgates opened of memories you have been storing and avoiding. It's gonna be okay, but it's gonna take time. See ya.